Hi, this is Heidi Kelly with the Shimmers Education Team, and today I'm going to show you how to turn this into a gift box like this as we enter the holiday season. So let's head into the studio and get started. Okay, today to make the gift box that we're making, we're going to need a template, a Crafter's Workshop template or stencil. I have white tissue paper, some ribbon, mine is a little bit iridescent with some wiring, cling wrap, some glass beads, shimmers, of course. I have Vibes in Razzle Dazzleberry and Ruby. And then this is the Shimmer Spritz. I have golden molding paste, a little something to spread my molding paste with. I have scissors and a heat gun. And you might want to put something down on your surface. I have a party table cover from the dollar store. All right, let's get started. So the first thing that I want you to do is we're going to take your clear plastic box or your chipboard box. I got mine from Michael's and it was, I think, $2.99. This is the clear side right here. I did prep 3 other sides just so that we could make the video go a little bit faster and get a little bit more done. So what I want you to do is grab your little wood piece. I like to use these. It just seems to spread the molding paste very well. I use Golden Medium's molding paste. I just think the consistency always turns out exactly the way that I'd like it. Just scoop a little bit out with your wood piece and you're going to spread it. You do not have to get a very even coat. Part of the way to really give this gift box texture is to spread it unevenly. Just really slop it on there. Give some creases. It's going to look kind of almost watery or like a wave effect. And there's a ridge, in particular on this kind of box, there's a little lip here because we have a lid that I've already prepped with the beads right here, and it needs to fit over. So if you use this kind of box, you want to leave this little, I don't know, maybe 1/3 of an inch section free from the paste because you still want the lid to be able to attach to it. Oops, I just got a little bit on there, so I'll go back over that with my fingers. I always have a little bit of, or a box of baby wipes handy. I'm addicted to my baby wipes, not only because I have a baby, but it cleans up everything in the workspace. So I'll clean that up. Okay, now that you have this covered like that, I use these little glass beads. Again, I got these from Michael's, but you can use any kind of beads that you want to. These ones are iridescent because I really wanted to show a sparkle behind the shimmers once we spray it down. So this is an unopened pack. I already have one slightly open here, so we're just going to get this beads once I drop them on there because we want to make sure that we use them up. I don't like to waste anything. And then I'm just going to sprinkle and coat this paste with these beads. And then use a little bit more. I really coated mine because I wanted a very textural piece when I was finished with it. I kind of am hoping that the recipient of this gift box is able to use it for holiday decor afterwards also. So now what I'm doing is I'm just pushing it into the paste just a little bit. You will get your fingers a little bit messy, but I think that, I don't know if you can see that, it pushes the beads in a little bit and it gives a little indentation into parts of the paste, and it just offers a really neat textural effect and dimension for when you add the shimmers afterwards. So coat them. Make sure you get these edges where the sides of the gift box meet up. Yeah. And like, you want to make sure you're not getting it on the bottom because you're going to want to be able to sit it to dry. Now when I pre-did the 3 sides on my gift box before doing this video, I did let the molding paste and beads set for overnight. So before we did the shimmers. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit in just a minute after I finish the lid. And I will get my heat gun out. And see, I've already done the top and the 3 sides to this. Okay, now we're going to add the shimmers. What I really wanted the effect, if you can see from this box, the box I showed you earlier, the completed, I really wanted a fading. So I really wanted it kind of like a sunset effect. I wanted it lighter on the top and we want it darker on the bottom, just to give a really pretty shimmery color effect. So what we need to do, and first I'm going to be using Ruby, and then I will be using, for the darker color, I'm going to be using Razzle Dazzle Berry. So I'm a little bit into alternative Christmas colors. I really like to, especially for my teenage niece and for girls' presents, I really kind of like to use fun, different kinds of colors for Christmas. So what we're going to want to do here first, I put down a plastic party table cover from the Dollar Tree, because I like to use that, and then I can wipe the counter off or soak up some flowers into the color so I don't waste it. I just give it a nice overall spritz. You can see right there that color, and you don't want it too dark because, like I said, we're going to want to have a color fade. So there's that. You just keep going along the sides here, and all the way around. Okay, and we'll set that aside for a minute. Now, if you notice on the other box, I wanted the lighter color on top, so we're really not going to add any other color to the lid other than the ruby. So just go ahead and spritz that a bit. And onto the top. Okay, and we'll kind of set that aside for a minute. And here, if you like, I have some ribbon here. I thought maybe I would pat into the shimmers just a bit. Soak up some of the color. Gives a nice little paint effect to it. Like that. But I'm not going to use all of it up, just want to soak up some of the main color, because as we spray the Razzle Dazzle Berry, we still want a darker shift of color. But see, now we have some matching ribbon. Okay, and now we'll take the Razzle Dazzle Berry and get it all mixed up. Okay, and this, when you spray this, you really only want to spray it towards the bottom, because you want the darker color on the bottom there. If you can see, there's going to have a darker edge, and it does run a little bit on the sides, and that's fine. It's going to give it a nice artsy effect there. But you only want it on the bottom. Now what I did, I took my heat gun, and you want to spritz it just a little bit. Dry it off, get the color nice and dried in there, because then we can put another layer of the Razzle Dazzle Berry again on top, so that we get a little bit more saturated color there on the bottom for the color fade. I did get a little bit on the bottom, but we can clean that up. It's just going to dry right off of the plastic box. So again, just dry all the sides. I'm completely in love with these Vibes colors, especially using them for decorating for home decor, and these boxes will look really cute sitting next to the tree or up on a mantle during the holiday season. Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, now we'll take the Razzle Dazzle Berry again and just do another dark coat towards the bottom. Okay, and then dry it one more time. And if you can see, now our box has a nice color fade from light to dark, from the ruby to the razzle dazzle, and it'll look really pretty once we put the lid on. I'm going to let it sit for just a minute, and I am going to show you how to make some faux peppermint candies or fake peppermint candies for the top of your box using this extra little bit of shimmers that we have sitting here. So give me 1 second to put this aside, and I will grab the materials that we need for that. Okay, that's it for today, so join me tomorrow as I show you how to make a candy topper and some coordinating tissue paper for your gift box. See you then!